السلام عليكم ورحمة الله brother أنس.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Um, I want you to pronounce this letter,
اوكي.
the letter قاف. Repeat after me please.
اوكي.
أقو. Uh,
اقع.
this is this is when it's pronounced with قلقلة, but try to pronounce it without قلقلة. أق.
أق.
Try instead to pronounce this letter. أخ.
اخ.
Yeah, did you see the difference? The letter خاء is spoken or uttered very easily.
يس.
Let's try another two letters. The letter طاء. Repeat after me, please. أط.
اق.
Then try to pronounce this letter as.
أص.
Did you notice the difference?
يس انا
Let's,
ديفرنت. بس هذا
let's try.
ايزي.
Let's try another two letters. أب.
اب. اب.
Then the letter فاء. Repeat after me, please. F.
اف.
The ancient Arab really liked these Rahawa letters, the letters that are characterized by the free passage of sound outside of the mouth. When the two parts of the articulation point comes in contact with each other, they don't prevent the passage of the sound towards outside of the mouth. That's why they like to spend more time with Rahawa letters, and this is will be taught will be taught in Tajweed in the lesson of Rahawa. Let's try another two letters, the letter
اوكي شو.
Jim and the letter Shin. Repeat after me, please. Please, Aj,
اد.
Ash.
اش. اش.
The last two letters, the letter Dal, Ad,
اد.
the letter Sin, As.
اس. اس.
Okay, those five letters, those five strong letters, they are letter Qaf, letter Ta, letter Ba, the letter Jim, the letter Dal. They are characterized by two well-known characteristics of strength. The characteristic of Shiddah, which means when the two parts of the articulation point comes in contact with each other, they prevent any passage of the sound towards outside of the mouth. And the second characteristic of strength, the characteristic of jahr, which means even the two vocal cords will join each other and prevent any passage of the breath outside of the lungs and air passages and airways. So that's why when we try to pronounce those five letters قاف طاء باء جيم دال, you notice this stopping sound. When you try to pronounce
يس.
those letters, it will be clear that there is a stopping sound, and even no breath comes outside of the mouth. And this is the first problem with those five letters. The second problem is that the air trapped behind the articulation point applies a tightness in the throat, applies pressure on the throat, and there will be an annoying tightness in the throat, and
يس I feel it.
that's why the ancient Arabs came with qalqala. They solved that problem with qalqala.
What
Uh,
قلقلة means in English?
qalqala means to apply a vibration or a disturbance in the makhraj of the letter. at the articulation point in order to make the letter pronounced more clearly, more obviously, and the listener would recognize that letter easily. Um, and I will give you some examples.
Okay, show me.
Okay. Um, بسم الله. Uh, in Surah Al-Masad, Allah Almighty says, وَتَبْ.
وتب.
This is a letter carries shadda, and we apply stopping sukun. And another example where the letter doesn't carry shadda, أحد.
أحد.
Another example where the letter comes in the middle of the word. Um, أقبل.
Could I repeat after you?
Yes, أقبل أقبل.
أقبل.
Okay, there is 3 degrees of qalqala according to the strength of qalqala. The least or the least strong one is when the letter comes in the middle of the word. I mean the 5 letters of qalqala, which are collected in the word qutbun jad, to make it easier for you to remember it. When one of those 5 letters come in the middle of the word, we apply qalqala, and that is the first degree. The second degree, when the one of those letters come at the end of the word, and we apply stop and sukun, like the word ahad. The degree of qalqala, or the strength of qalqala, is more recognized. The third degree, or the strongest qalqala, is when the letter, one of those 5 letters, come at the end of the word, and it carries shadda as well,
Okay,
like
okay.
the word watab.
وتب. وتب. It's right?
Yes, and the trick to get qalqala correctly is not to move your jaws when you pronounce it. So, for example, the word watab, the 2 parts of the articulation points come together, come in contact with each other, and then the 2 parts of the articulation point move away from each other, but your jaws doesn't move at all.
Your what?
Your jaws, your lower jaw and your upper jaw, don't
Okay, I got
separate
it.
between them. Keep them at the same position. Don't separate between them. Just move the 2 articulators, the 2 parts of the articulation points. Move them away from each other without moving your jaws. That's not to make any haraka or any hint of haraka when you pronounce qalqala.
Could I try?
I'll give you an example, a very important example.
Okay.
Uh, فادعوا الله سبحانه وتعالى, Allah Almighty says, فادعوا الله مخلصين له الدين. فادعوا. If you make fatha here, فدعوا, it will change the meaning very badly, and that's a very bad meaning.
نعم.
Mastering qalqala, or mastering the skill of making qalqala is very important, as not to change the meaning of a word. فدعوا, فدعوا الله, not فدعوا الله, فدعوا الله, فدعوا الله, not فدعوا الله. That's enough for today. I'll see you next session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.